happening again.
Oh no. What's going on?
Hey, Brandy! How you doing?
Have you ever watched Bluey and felt like something was just off? Maybe a tiny detail that didn't add up, or a moment that made you go, wait, what just happened? Well, you're not alone. Bluey is packed with little mistakes, weird moments, and even hidden surprises that most fans miss. Let's dive into the most mind-blowing secrets hiding in plain sight. The mysterious mailbox mishap. If you've ever watched Bluey, you know the show loves to hit you right in the feels. The Onesies episode was no different. An emotional roller coaster where Auntie Brandy finally opened up about her struggles with having children. It was one of those rare moments in a kids' show where they tackled something deep, and it left many viewers teary-eyed. But while the grown-ups were processing that heartfelt moment, Bingo was off doing what Bingo does best, fully committing to the chaos. Dressed in her cheetah onesie, she wasn't just pretending to be a big cat. She became one. Stalking her family like a little hunter, creeping through the house, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. It was all fun and games until, in true Bingo fashion, she got a little too into character and sprinted full speed, straight into the mailbox. Crash! The poor thing toppled over. Now, in most cartoons, that mailbox would magically reset by the next episode, as if nothing had ever happened. But Bluey? Oh no, this show thrives on its little details. Cut to the very next episode, tradies, and there it is. The same mailbox, still broken. But this time, one of the workers actually stops to fix it. It's such a tiny, blink and you'll miss it moment, but it adds so much realism to the world of Bluey. Think about it. How often do we see something small like this in our own lives? Bluey gets these little real-life moments so right, and that's why we love it.
Cheat is not right.
The lost yes or no button. In dance mode, Season 2 of Bluey, Bingo experiences a wave of frustration when her parents, Bandit and Chili, keep embarrassing her by activating dance mode on her behalf. This playful yet vexing routine becomes a source of irritation for Bingo, as every time it's her turn, someone else swoops in and takes control. The situation escalates when Bandit, in a last-ditch effort to avoid further tension, offers Bingo $20 as a bribe to let them activate dance mode one last time. This playful but ultimately empty gesture doesn't really resolve the problem. Instead, Bingo finds herself reluctantly accepting the money, only to spend it on a yes or no button, a toy she didn't truly want but felt compelled to purchase. This small moment speaks volumes about the transient nature of kids' desires. What seems to be the most important thing in the world one day can quickly fade into obscurity. The yes or no button eventually becomes nothing more than a forgotten object. In Cubby, Season 3, we see the button again, discarded and abandoned under the couch, its brief moment of significance having long passed. It's a poignant reminder of how childhood toys can quickly lose their value and importance, often relegated to the forgotten corners of a room. This tiny detail perfectly encapsulates the fleeting nature of material possessions and the way kids move from one obsession to the next. It also mirrors the adult experience of purchasing something with high hopes, only for it to be forgotten and eventually left behind. It's a funny yet relatable commentary on the cycle of desire and disappointment we all go through, no matter our age.
We need that one too.
Okay.
And that one. Thank you.
The $5 bill that won't quit. In Bluey, money doesn't just vanish. It has a way of traveling, just like in real life. In markets, Season 1, Bluey receives $5 from the Tooth Fairy, and at first, she struggles with how to spend it wisely. She ponders different options, but finally decides to use it for something meaningful. It seems like the story ends there, with Bluey having spent the money. However, in a later episode, that same $5 bill reappears. The bill doesn't just disappear or remain in one place. It passes from person to person, as if it has its own little journey. This small detail captures how money often circulates in real life, how it can be spent, saved, and eventually found again when least expected. Anyone who's ever discovered forgotten cash in their pocket knows the joy of finding money you didn't even realize you had. It's one of those little surprises that brings a burst of happiness, just like when Bluey's $5 reappears in her world. reminding us that sometimes even money has a story to tell.
Check this out, Bingo. The tooth fairy put a special sticker on here. Wow.
What are you going to spend it on? That's the question.
That is a question.
The story of Cornelius. Winton's dad, Cornelius, is one of those background characters in Bluey with a surprisingly deep story. He's an English bulldog who loves caramel apples, German sausages, and, most of all, finding love. Since his separation from Winton's mom, Cornelius has been trying to put himself out there, going on simple, sweet dates. He's not flashy, just a guy, or, well, a dog, who enjoys an ice cream stroll and a heartfelt chat. At first, his love life seems to be going nowhere. In dance mode, a yellow Labrador is seen charming a lady outside a store. Seems random, right? But then, in Quiet Game, Cornelius is spotted with that same woman, both holding ice creams, clearly on a date. Looks like the Labrador lost out. But something must have gone wrong because in later episodes, Cornelius appears alone, looking sad. Then in TV Shop, we see a twist. Cornelius notices Terrier's mom, another single parent. Nervous but determined, he quickly sprays some breath freshener. Because let's be honest, we've all had that moment before talking to a crush. A little later, we see them chatting, and the sparks are undeniable. Finally, in the sign, Winton opens up about how lonely his dad has been. But then, one of the terriers casually drops a game-changing line. "Our mom likes your dad." That's it. The perfect little bow on Cornelius's hidden love story. Ever had someone in your life go through a tough breakup, only to find love when they least expected it?
Sweetheart, can you go get your dad a German sausage, please?
Okay, Dad.
So, what do you think? Have you spotted any other hidden connections in Bluey? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you made it this far, you deserve a virtual high five. Subscribe and comment your thoughts.